So today we're going to be using the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and it just has all these amazing colors. I have dabbed into it a little bit, and I've been messing around and looking at different pictures, so I have somewhat of an idea of what I want to use. And also for a base color on my lid, we are just going to be dabbing into Manny's Makeup Geek palette, and we're just going to be using a little bit of the Beaches of Cream and the Sora for the base lid. Because it is summertime and it is 80 degrees here today in New Jersey, and I don't want to put so much makeup on, so it's going to be a light, fun look that I'm doing today, what I hope comes out to being beautiful. So let's get started on this look, hey? So you want to go get a blending brush, and this is just one that I use all the time, that I got in an Ipsy bag a couple years ago. And we're going to be dipping into Beaches and Cream, and we're just going to be putting that pretty much all over the lid here. Now that we are beautifully blended, I do kind of want to have a little bit of a darker color up here, just above the crease. So I'm going to be dipping into Sora here in the Manny palette. I'm just putting it, because I have my lids go in, so oh, I almost poked myself in the eye. So my lids go in, as you can see, so I want to keep my eyes not like this or not squinted, just kind of normal and looking forward, and putting it right above the crease, because that's where my first color is going to go down, that's going to go on. And I kind of want it to have like this ombre effect. Then we are going to be dipping into the NYX palette. I'm going to be grabbing a e.l.f. blending brush. Looks like this. And let's see, we are going to be dipping into this lovely purple right here. And the exact same spot where we put Sora is where I'm going to be putting the purple. And I'm just going to be starting here on the outer edge first, and then slightly blending it inwards, but keeping it only on the upper lid, the upper crease, exactly where I put the Sora before. I'm actually just going to bring you just a little bit closer so that you can see it. So one thing that I do want to mention that I tend to forget when I'm playing with the purple colors is when I do it, and I'm pretty sure it's with most people, you gotta be careful, because if you go too dark or too light or too deep into in here, you're gonna look like you got punched in the face, you got like sunken eyes, and that's not what we want. So I'm just going to be taking it out from like where my eyebrow is here and just downwards. Right now it's all about the blending and keeping this purple right here. And I am keeping more of it on the outside and slightly blending it inwards. Again, not putting it within my actual crease, just right above it. And of course, we're going to be blending again. Just dab slightly into the Sora and blend above it. Okay, so I know right now it looks a little crazy. I also don't have the best lighting, but bear with me. As you continue to blend and go in, I kept adding more of the purple just to kind of make it more purple, and keep blending and applying. I always do my eyeshadow first when I am using this one, because there is some fallout, but don't worry, we will be cleaning that up at the end after everything has been blended and applied. So for the next color, I'm just going to grab another brush, small brush, as you can see, And for the next color, we are going to be doing this color right here, this bright pink. And I got a lot on here. Okay, that's what we're going to start off with. And we're just going to be putting it literally halfway from the outer corner to midway in your eyelid, okay? And we're just, for now, patting it on. And I'm also bringing it up into my crease. That's why I left it, I didn't focus the purple so much, because when I do close, my lids touch my upper crease here. So that's why I kind of like to put it in the crease. So I've planned it out. And I'm just patting this color on. Okay, so you should have something like this. There is a harsh line, but as I continue to add more color, we're going to be blending it all in. So I promise it will look really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go do the other side. Alright, so the next color that we are going to be adding onto the lid, and it's going to be this nice orangey color right here on the bottom, right next to the pink. This one right here. These colors are so bright and so pretty. You can do so many different looks with them, and I love that, but I really like purple, pink, and orange, so I thought why not add these all together and see what we come up with. We're going to be adding it in the rest of the lid and crease here in the inner crease. In the inner part of the eye where we left blank. And again, this one I find not to be so pigmented. It's pretty bright in the camera, but I like to pat it on instead of wiping it on. Okay, so that is what the orange looks like. It is so pretty. It's coming together. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, because I do want to blend it, this line where the pink and the orange are separated, I'm just going to slightly buff it out with the same brush I used for the pink, for the orange. Just buff that out. And I'm just swiveling it back and forth. I do feel on my left I kind of lost a little of the pink inward. It looks like it's more orange, so I'm just going to add more and dab it right on top. Okay, so with the purple, I am going to go back in with the same purple. I'm just going to add a little bit more purple. I mean very, very little. Just so that I didn't get lost in all of the adding of colors. And then blend it. Just to soften it up a little bit. Okay, so with a makeup wipe here, say hello to Chloe back there, I am going to be cleaning up these edges and all of the fallout, just so I can get this nice line as if we had tape on. Alright, clean it up a little bit. See how I kind of made that line there? That's where I'm going to be adding my eyeliner. Okay, so now that I have the eyeshadow part on, I'm going to be dipping into, I really wanted to just focus on using the NYX color palette, but there is no color to go underneath the eyebrow, and I feel very naked if there isn't a color on there. So if you have something that is like a shimmer white or creamy color, just so you have something to blend it so it's not so bare underneath your eyebrows. Definitely use it. But for me, my favorite is Artemis in the Manny palette. It's so pigmented, it's so beautiful, and I love to apply it. So now I'm going to be doing my foundation routine. It is, like I said before, 80 degrees. It is hot. Summer is here already here in New Jersey. I don't know about anywhere else, but it is definitely here. So I am very oily, and so I don't want to put on this oily base primer. I'm actually going to skip the face primer. I can't find my cream foundation right now. No, I'm sorry, I cannot find my cream base primer. That would be a little bit better for me right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive into my foundation. So the foundation that I'm using is something new and completely different. I'm actually going to be using a MaryKay foundation, and the reason why I'm using this is because my husband's cousin works for MaryKay and he got this for me, and it's great. It's like a BB cream in a way. If you do have the same complexion as me and you're wondering what color, this is a beige 6, beige 7 as well I can use. They're very similar. And with this foundation, I'm just going to be using a beauty blender. And I'm just going to be dabbing that all over my face. This foundation is very luminous. You can build it up, but it's very lightweight, and so it's not so heavy in the summer, which is what you want, because you don't want to have like so much makeup in the summertime and you're sweating. Oh, that looks like a lot. But I will blend it out. Now that I'm getting a little bit darker, little by little, the beige 7 would look really nice right now. But I am all finished. Now that my foundation is on, and look just how flawless this foundation is. It looks like it's airbrushed. But I'm very flat face right now, and so what we're going to be doing is bronzing. I'm not going to be contouring because I'm going to be using my bronzer to contour, because I'm not going to bronze and contour and just keep adding more and more makeup when you can just use your favorite bronzer. So of course my favorite is my little tiny Hoola from Benefit. I don't know, it's just literally the best color I have found so far that looks great on my skin. So I'm just using a little angled brush from e.l.f., which this is actually a bronzing brush. And we're just going to be dipping into here. Look how of a difference to just flat to defined. Of course you want to add some up here just so that you're not blank, you know, so flat. Definitely give yourself just a little bit. If your forehead is even smaller, like I'm a 4, right? If you're smaller, you might not want to put bronzer because it's going to make it only look smaller. So now that we have some bronzer on my face, I'm a little bit more cut, but my middle of my face looks a little... So, same bronzer. This is the brush that it came with, and I'm just going to be contouring my nose just a tad. Okay, so now that my nose is a little bit more contoured, I am still learning on how to really super snatch it, but so far I am liking the way that I'm doing it, you know? If you have any more tips on that, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below on skills on how to snatch that nose. I do have full eyebrows, they're just a little sparsed here and there, so first off I'm just going to be combing them out. If I can find my little spoolie. Okay. So this one is just a regular spoolie that I got from Morphe, and I'm just going to be combing them upwards. On my eyebrows, I just have like this. I've used it before. It's from Wet n Wild brow one, which there are a whole bunch of new brow stuff from Benefit and Anastasia, and oh, what was the other one? I think Maybelline literally today, or I think it was last night, had a release party on some new eyebrow stuff, so I would definitely be looking into that. So I'm just going to be dipping into the darkest color that's in here and tapping the excess off, and also dabbing some just on my hand so I don't have so much on there when I first apply my brow makeup. Now that I finished doing my eyebrows, I am going to be baking. And I do like to bake in the summertime because I do get very oily and I'm constantly sweating, and so I do like to bake. And so with that, I am going to be using Maybelline Loose Powder in the color Light. So I'm just going to be getting some on the top here. And it gets messy. I always say that. I'm going to be using a Morphe brush. This one is M438, or you can use a smaller version or same size of a beauty blender to add it on. It could be damp, but I really like it with this one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to add it like if I was using concealer, and add that right here. And we want to go down the side of the nose. So now that we have your face baking, we're going to be focusing on the lower half of your eye. So going back into the NYX, I'm going to be using a thin brush here. This one is from Morphe. I use this all the time for underneath. M432. Dabbing into the pink. And just going exactly what we did up top, just halfway. Let me get a better mirror. Okay, so now that we're done with that one, I'm going to just use the same brush, so I'm just going to wash them later. We're going to dab into the orange one and do the exact same thing. So I do want to blend it still a little bit more, so I'm just going to be using this little brush right here that is from e.l.f. and I'm going to be dabbing a little bit into Sora, very little because I don't want the pink and orange to get lost, but I do want it to be smoked out on the bottom a little bit. So right underneath the pink and the orange, I'm just going to be blending with the color Sora. So throughout blending, you always want to make sure that you keep applying your colors because they are going to get lost a little bit. I'm actually just going to blend this out just a little bit more because it's kind of bothering me. Okay, so we're still baking. You are more than welcome to take it off by now, but I do like to leave it on. The longer the better, the brighter your face. You know what I mean? So I'm still going to leave it on, and I'm just going to be adding on some eyeliner. And the eyeliner that I have fallen in love with is from Sephora, and it is a liquid eyeliner. This really nice brush here that is easily applied. And then I'm just going to be doing a small wing. I'm not going to go too crazy, but then again, let's see what happens. Okay, so now that I have finally did my eyeliner, that took me like 20 minutes, and I did add my mascara. The mascara that I used, first I used the Great Lash Classic from Maybelline, just to pull my eyelashes out, and then I used the Better Than Sex by TooFaced mascara that makes it look like you have falsies, which are so great. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. And the blush palette that I'm going to be using is a Beige Cosmetics one. And it has all these different kinds of blushes. And I have not tried purple or pink or anything like this kind of bright pink before. But we are going to be using... Well, it's summery, so we're going to be dabbing into this little peachy one right here. That looks so pretty. It's so light, it's like not even, you know? It's like not even. I've been trying to look for a drugstore highlighter, and I've heard about the Wet n Wild highlighter, and I haven't found it yet, so I'm still using my Becca one from Jaclyn Hill's collab called Champaign Pop.
I'm going to be using it in a high point here with a light reflect. Look how beautiful that is.
Okay, so for the final look, for the lips, you can use pretty much any color. If you want the focus to be on your eyes and that is all, then you can wear nothing. You can wear lip gloss, you can wear anything, okay? But today, I actually went to Walmart and I bought a new lipstick. So this one is from Miliani. Ooh. And it is called Sweet Nectar No. 1. And it looks like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I hope you guys love this look. If you do recreate it, please tag me at SteffiG973 on Twitter or Instagram, or you can Snapchat it to me. I would love to see it. I really hope you guys are enjoying my videos, and I really do love making these videos for every one of you. And so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram on all platforms. All my information is linked down below. And thumbs up this video if you liked it, leave a comment, share it, let people know about me. It only takes 1 second to like the video, so please do that. So anyways, you guys have a beautiful day wherever you guys may be, and stay beautiful. Bye.